What's up, everybody? Joseph Hadaway here, and welcome back to our series. We are going from $0 and side hustling our way all the way up to a rental property. We started this series back in August, and in our first 30 days, we ended up with $10 cash and $60 worth of clearance toys from Target that we're trying to flip and resell. That said, now we're looking back at September. How'd we do? Let's get into it. But before we do that, let's talk about today's video sponsor, NordVPN. You've all heard of Nord. I really don't have to say too much here. In short, NordVPN protects you from malware, viruses, and other bad actors that are all over the internet. And if you join today using my link in the description, you get 68% off a 2-year plan and 3 free months. That's a deal that nobody can pass up. Again, using my link in the description, get the best possible deal on NordVPN and protect yourself against the threats coming at you on the internet. Now, let's talk about side hustles again. All right, September. This is going to be what I hope is the shortest one of this challenge because I'm hoping this snowballs and picks up pretty quickly pretty soon. That said, in September, I got one Fiverr order and I netted $40 from that, and that was it. None of my flipping items sold. I got some hits and some negotiation on Facebook Marketplace, but nothing ever quite worked out. So my office is still full of Barbies and board games that I don't really know how to explain to guests when they come over. But I wasn't expecting anything to sell yet because I got these items on clearance at Target. I was far from the only seller across the nation selling these. And I wasn't exactly able to undercut absolutely everybody on price either. That said, I've got the space. I'll hang on to it a little longer. As we get closer to the end of the year and the December holiday season, I would expect some of these toy sales to pick up a little bit more. So I'm holding out hope. We'll see how it goes. I may even pick up some more stuff between now and then. Again, we'll see how it goes. Either way, that puts our total at the end of September at $50 cash and the same $60 worth of inventory. I talked about this in the last video. I knew this challenge was going to start extremely slow. Things are going to pick up though as number one, we get a bigger cash pile going. And number two, as I get closer to doing this full time and can devote more time to these challenges, this channel, these videos, all that, believe me, I've got some really big ideas that I'm really excited about. I just don't have the time for them right now. So stay tuned. I swear to you, the best is yet to come. That said, I don't want this video to be 3 minutes of me telling you that I got one Fiverr order and do an ad read and then go home. So let's talk about some of the other stuff that I'm working on specifically for this challenge. I'm working on right now, but they're not profitable yet, so you may not hear about them again for a while. So the main two things that I'm working on right now are, number one, a few faceless Twitter X accounts, trying to cash in on that new X monetization policy. We have a solid mix of accounts here, a few faceless accounts that are going solely for the X monetization through the AdSense program. I wrote an ebook for one that I'm going to start selling as well, and the last one is going to be a paid membership group. I'm not really ready to say the ats or the handles for those because we are still very early. I mean, we're minimum 3 to 5 months from now before we even be looking at any level of profitability on them. So if it fails, I don't want to be held liable for it. And also, I do want to make a specific video about side hustling X or side hustling social media. So hey, stay tuned for that too. It's in the works, I promise. And number two, I said last month in this challenge, I want to try a lot of different things. I don't want to just do 2 or 3 things that are consistently profitable and flip me all the way to a house. Because realistically, I could just flip retail products to a rental property. Look at the Frugal Gay on Twitter. It's exactly what he did. We know that it works. But I want to add a little more excitement than that. So right now, my big thing that I'm trying to do is I want to buy a vending machine. I really want to try to do that before the end of the year. No absolute guarantee that'll happen yet. There's a lot of different factors to be considered, but that's the first major goal for this challenge. And I hope it kind of gives you an idea of what we are working toward long term. I want to invest money along the way into different projects, keep the content going. That's what we're here for. This is all about good content. Either way, with this series, with the channel as a whole, the best is yet to come. I expect the next 2 of these videos to be kind of similar to this one, pretty slow, a little bit of money here and there, but as that snowball starts picking up, we get more cash and more time, it's going to pick up and it's going to pick up fast. I've planned and budgeted out a lot of things in the future. I've just got to let the cash pile meet me there. And I swear, as soon as we start hitting those ideas, it's going to get really, really exciting, and you're not going to want to miss it. You may be saying, well, why didn't you just start this challenge a little later? Why did you start your first video at 0? Because when I do close on that rental property, and I'm going to close on a rental property for this series, I refuse to quit until I get there. I want everyone to be able to look back and see where I started and see every single step that I took, so no one can say I'm faking it. We're slowly but surely getting somewhere with this challenge. That said, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Back to a bit of a more normal video next week, but if you want to keep up with this challenge and how I'm doing, make sure to subscribe. That said, I know this is a little old by the time this video goes live, but I record these a couple weeks before they go out. Thank you all so much for 100 subs. I know that's a small milestone compared to a lot of people on this platform. God, I live in the same town as Mr. Beast, so I'll never even be the biggest YouTuber in my town. But it's a good start. It's a bit of a proof of concept, and I am more fired up than I've ever been, and absolutely thank you all so much. It really, really means the world to me. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Follow me over on social media, and check back next week for another video.